Hey everyone, I'm Shanice and welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be sharing one of my very personal story. As you can see from the title below, it's about me and my eating story. This is my second time filming because my first time it went like this. Oh my god, go through. So all of my story got messed up and it's really unorganized. So yeah, here goes the second time filming this. Hopefully I won't if you see me like keep looking down, it's because I have my iPad here with me to guide me. I've actually thought of making this video for like a very long time, but I just didn't have the guts to do it. I hope that this video can educate people and help people in some kind of ways. So this is the day and let's start all the way from the top. Year 6 2013 and year 7 2014, I was a very fat kid. I was overweight and my weight was 60 kg, but I wouldn't care about what other people say. I would just ignore them. Their comments wouldn't affect me that much. So year 8 2015, I was starting to like slim down a little bit because I was inspired by my friend to do exercises, but I didn't really do much exercises. I just mainly focused on my diet and stuff. This whole thing actually started from year 9 up until now. Year 9 2016, this is when I really slimmed down. It's as if like my body was elongated and stretched out. But I would still think I'm fat, but it wasn't that severe yet. I still kind of eat whatever I want, but I would just cut down more. Year 10 2017 was when it all really started. I would call it the first stage. Year 11 2018 was the second stage. Both 2017 and 2018, I started to do some very unhealthy diet. I cut down a lot of my food and would start to do more exercise. I would also argue with my parents because I didn't want to eat. I would even lie to them sometimes, saying that, oh yeah, I ate, but actually I didn't, so that they wouldn't like nag me. I would also binge a lot, and then diet again, which is very unhealthy. When I binge, I regret it, and then I would make myself puke on purpose so that I wouldn't feel fat. Since year 9, I already started to have irregular periods. I would only have my period after like every 2 to 3 months. My mom took me to several doctors and all of them just said the same thing. It's very normal for girls like her age to have irregular periods. So I was like, you see mom, don't worry man, it's really nothing. But deep inside, I knew that my diet was contributing to my irregular periods. These 2 years, I have this very toxic mentality to stay slim. The mentality that I have at that time, it wasn't the worst yet. Year 2019 is the year that I would call it the third and final stage. I was so committed in doing exercises every single day.
Playing netball, basketball, hiking, running, and also started to do workouts.
I was working out every single day. If I skip a day of exercising, I would just add more hours to the next day. It feels like I'm addicted to exercising. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. There was one time I was exercising from morning till evening and I didn't eat anything at all. And when I came back for dinner, I remember that I only had 2 pieces of fruits, like those cut up pineapples, and that's all I ate. When I go with my friends, I would eat salad or I wouldn't eat anything at all. It doesn't feel nice having lunch with me anymore. And some of my friends would be like, are you a rabbit? Because all you ever eat was just veggie. My mind was so toxic that I keep on thinking that if I had one candy or one bite of cake, I would become so fat. And when I ate like a piece of candy or a cake, I would exercise so excessively the next day. At times it almost feels like I'm allergic to food. Like whenever I see food, I'd be like, ew. And when it's dinner time, I'd be like, oh my god, why is it dinner time again? I have to fight with my parents again just because I didn't want to eat. Like, it's so tiring, you know. I would also starve myself. I also start to make myself puke on purpose after having like a meal or whatsoever because I feel fat. It feels good to puke after you ate. I don't know, it's just that thinking that I have. At that time, my lowest weight was 50 kg and I could already feel the bones every time I lie down or I see myself in the mirror, I could just feel it. It looks so ugly, but at the same time, it feels so good. What worse is that I can already see the progress that I made by just working out, and it motivates me to do more. I knew that whatever I'm doing is not right, but I'm just doing it just so that I can please like the internet or whatever people. I don't even know why I even had that thought. However, it feels like I wasn't doing enough because people would still call me fat. Look at her thighs, dude. You got some fats coming out. They even compare my thigh to theirs. That really broke me because I know that I've been doing so much exercise and I was just starving myself, and people would still call me fat. This motivates me to do more and more. I started to realize that my period isn't coming after 2 to 3 months anymore. In fact, it didn't came at all. At that time, I was willing to sacrifice my health in exchange of having a slim body. I knew it was wrong, but I just couldn't stop thinking about it. Long story short, the year 2020, I went to Aussie and I went to have checkup because I was starting to get worried already. They ran some tests on me and realized that like I was actually lack of blood, and the doctor said that I need to eat. I couldn't diet anymore. She gave me some pills to eat and I ate the pills, but it didn't really help that much. So basically, I didn't have my period for almost about a year. That's when I decided to go all in. I just started to not care anymore. I knew that I would get fat, but I didn't think that it would affect me that much. This is a photo of me during March and a photo of me during May. Like you can tell that my face, it's like a ball. Sometimes I feel like I ate a lot because I wanted to be able to feel good and free to eat whatever I want because I have a reason to eat now. I eat like I never ate before, and it actually like shocked me. So my weight gain was very obvious and the negative comments are starting to kick in. There was this one night someone just randomly texted me and say that, "Oh my gosh, Shan, you've gained weight," and started to say some other stuff that is not nice to hear. I feel so hurt because I was already self-conscious of my own body. I was so stressed out that day. That person just made it 10 times worse. But what can I do? I couldn't do much. I couldn't be mad at that person because I just couldn't do it. I would just laugh it off. So that's what I did that night, and I just typed ha ha ha. But actually I was crying when I was typing that. It wasn't funny at all. It just hurts so bad. Like you have no idea what I'm going through, and you just straight up came to me and just tell me all the stuff that I didn't want to hear. Like nobody wants to hear that stuff, you know? It's just common sense. That night I didn't tell anyone because I felt like no one would understand, but instead I recorded a video of myself talking to myself. I feel like I just needed to let everything out. If not, I feel like I'm really going crazy. I was thinking like if I want to show you guys the clip because it's so embarrassing. Anyways, here's the clip. Hey everyone, so I've decided to record this moment because I was trying to sleep and all I can think about is this because it has been running through my mind all day. It has been bothering me for like months. Ever since I gained weight, people has been like judging my body. Like they could just straight up like come to me and message me and text me and say like, "Hey Shan, you've gained weight." I have to pretend that gaining weight is okay. It is actually okay. But I just couldn't tell myself that it is okay to gain weight. Why is it wrong to gain weight? The actual reason why I keep eating so much is because I'm trying to get my period back. The truth is, when I was like slimmer, people would still say I'm fat. Like, look at your thighs, look at your legs, they're still fat. It is so hard. It seems right until I forgot about my health. Everyone is equally beautiful, no matter what size you are. I am addicted
to eating. I know that I shouldn't care about what people think, but you know, it is not easy to not care.
Guys, you know, sometimes when you want to like say some things to some people, you really gotta like think twice, because you have no idea like how much your comment can really hurt someone. It's not hard to think twice before you press that send button. Please don't come at me saying that why don't you exercise but also eat. You think that I didn't thought of that? I've tried, but I just can't. Please understand that this is not easy for me. It might be easy for you, but it is not easy for me, okay? All those thoughts just really like get into your mind, and it feels like it's eating you alive. I feel like we can't really blame them. I blame it on the society. Puts a very unrealistic standard. Whenever I want to eat, I had this two voices telling me that eat, just eat because you want to fix your health and stuff, but there's this other voice telling me that if you eat you're gonna regret it and you're gonna be very fat and people are gonna like criticize you for your weight and stuff like that. I always end up choosing to eat, and I feel like it's not because I want to fix my health. It feels like I plainly just want to eat because I've never able to eat so freely and eat whatever I want. I was very aware that I would gain weight, but I don't know, like I want to eat, but at the same time I knew that I would gain weight, so I ate and I regret it and it makes me sad. It feels like there's something wrong with me. Like if I knew that, like if I ate and I gain weight but I still choose it, like why did I do that? Sometimes I just really hate myself, like why am I doing this to myself, you know? Like Shanice, like you will gain weight, like still why would you want to eat? Long story short, again, I came back to Brunei. That time my weight was 62 and it was the heaviest I've ever been, I guess. And my mom brought me to see another doctor again, and they find out that like I had cysts in both of my ovaries, but thank God it's nothing to worry about. The doctors say that like because of my unhealthy eating pattern, my body need to adjust itself because I was not eating a lot and suddenly I ate a lot, so it's a lot for my body to take in. She gave me some pills and I ate it. I also ate some other stuff to help me with my period. Eventually I got my period that month, and the next month I got my period again. I was so happy. I told all of my friends, and it's weird that like people are congratulating me because my period came. When I'm making this video and I realized that I had this issue for like 5 years already, including this year, I am currently still struggling with the way I look and how my body look. I'm just not used to it, like how I expanded sideways suddenly. It's like I do not look the same in photos anymore. I would look so fat like in every photos that I take. I don't know how to describe how I felt, but it feels like something is eating you up and is feeding you with like negative thoughts. I have to admit that I don't have that much confidence as last time anymore, but I'm still working on it, and I hope that I wouldn't feel fat anymore. You will feel so much happier when you tend to care less. Eating disorder has a lot of types, so one of them is anorexia. According to the dictionary, anorexia means that
An emotional disorder characterized by an obsessive desire to lose weight by refusing to eat.
so some people had this problem, and what happened is that they appear to look skeletal. I did some research and it states that you don't have to be thin to have anorexia, which means that you can have a larger body but still have anorexia. A lot of people don't understand that this is a very huge problem because it might eventually lead to death. Next one is called bulimia nervosa. According to the dictionary again,
It is an emotional disorder characterized by a distorted body image and an obsessive desire to lose weight, in which bouts of extreme overeating are followed by fasting or self-induced vomiting or purging.
we have to realize that sometimes we can't change our body just because we want to please people. The third one is binge eating disorder. According to the dictionary,
It is a recurrent eating disorder characterized by the uncontrolled excessive intake of any available food.
this is what I did when I was in Aussie. If you don't believe, you can ask my friends, because one of my friends were like so shocked, like holy shit, you can eat so much, which is actually very scary. Like, I just couldn't stop eating. I really have no idea why I couldn't stop. When I see food, I just want to eat. When I was in Aussie, I was kind of like reluctant to take photos because I was so ashamed of the way I look. If I take a photo, I would usually post it on social media like straight up, but that time I didn't feel like I need to. There's a lot of photos that I keep it to myself. It just feels so not me anymore. Especially right now, I had this thinking that I look so different in real life and in photos. It's like so tiring because you keep on thinking what other people is gonna say about you. You predict, like you think ahead of what people are gonna say about you. I knew that I look different in photos and in real life. I really don't know why. Maybe because the camera makes you look slimmer sometimes. I'm just so afraid, you know, to meet like people that I've never met before. That time when I came back to Brunei, I was very scared to meet up with my friends, to be honest. Remember the surprise video? Why did I actually took so long? Yes, it's true that I was very busy and I didn't have much time, but at the same time, it's also because I wish that I can get slimmer before I went to surprise them, so that I wouldn't look different to them. When I was like hiding, as in I hope that I didn't want to meet any familiar faces, it's because I was so scared. But Brunei is so small, and of course I met some of them. When I see them, I was like, shit, I should have stayed home. They haven't even like see me. I could already like think what they gonna feel and say, like, oh my gosh, gain weight, oh my god, like, you know, when they look at you, you just want to like hide. I don't know, just so ashamed of yourself. I don't know any other words to put this, but yeah.
So these three things is what I feel like I actually had, but I can't confirm it. This is what I actually felt.
Because I starved myself, I forced myself to puke, and I keep eating a lot. I constantly remind myself that whatever I'm doing right now is for the sake of my health. I guess I finished my story, and I hope that you know that you're not alone. You are always not alone. Trust me. There's always people experiencing same problems with you. Every time you feel like you're giving up on yourself, just know that you can do this. Everything's really gonna be okay. Just takes time to go through everything. Just a matter of time. I hope that I didn't offend anyone if I say something wrong, because it really wasn't my intention. Sometimes I say things that I didn't realize it's wrong. Just know that there is always people there to help you and love you and just be there for you. Don't be scared to voice out. It is nothing to be embarrassed about. You should be proud of yourself that you get through this. Like, you're in this situation that you thought that you could never get through. Like you just let it get inside your mind a lot. But be proud of yourself that you're one of a hell of a fighter, man. So thank you for listening, and peace out.